Welcome to SafeSoft Solutions MarketDialer demonstration on how to calendar a callback and how to manually call this prospect back from that calendared callback. So let's begin. This is going to be a brief demonstration. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click resume and I'm going to get a prospect on the line. And what I'm going to do is then hang up on this customer and calendar a callback. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to hang this customer up, and I'm going to pick this personal grouped disposition here called callback. And once I do that, whether I double click it or click it once and then click the submit button, it's going to pop up a 12-month calendar for the agent. And from here, the agent will pick the day and the time that they want to get a reminder from the system that they have a callback. Now, we do not actually do an automatic callback. You have to manually dial this. So that's why we say this is only a reminder feature. 15 minutes before the scheduled time, we're going to pop up a little green reminder that you have calendared this callback at that time. We're going to give you the option to open the lead, to reschedule the lead, or to snooze the lead for 15 minutes, meaning we'll snooze the reminder for 15 minutes, and then 15 minutes later it will pop up and remind you again. It will not automatically call your prospect back. So let's go ahead and do that, the calendaring part now. And you see here I've pointed to the day and I've picked it. And then once that's done, you'll see that it is now changed to the actual day. And then you get the opportunity here to pick the actual time that you want to get a reminder to call this prospect back. And you can pick any of hour or minutes. In this situation, we give you the entire range of times to select from, and whether it's going to be an AM or a PM. And you can also enter comments, as is seen here. So we could say something like calling back as requested. And then once we click the submit button, this callback has now been sent over here into the callbacks button you see on the left hand side. So if we go ahead and do that, what I'm going to do is put myself on pause now, and I'm going to now click on the callbacks that I have calendared. These callback reminders are listed here for you. And here's the last one that we just did. You see here at 13:30, we just put it in here, and here's those comments that we made. And I've clicked on it, and once I've clicked on it, it is now going to give me this notice that a scheduled callback is about to be brought up. Would you like to save any changes to your previous lead? We give you this as a safeguard in case something else was up and we needed to close it and save it. We're going to do that. Now, what has happened in this situation is that callback that we just calendared, where we put the comments in the section, you see the comments will now follow over into the main pane section. Now, the agent could have collected them and stuck them here, or they could do it on the calendar. Works either way. But what's important to notice here is that we highlight here in yellow that this was a previous callback. Now, let's say you intend to actually call this prospect back now. The dialer will not do it automatically. The agent must do it manually, as we refer to it. And in order to do that, the agent simply has to hover over this call lead tab, as I'm pointing to now. So once the agent hovers over this tab, we produce another little tab. And this other tab will give you three choices: the home phone, cell phone, or work phone. And that number that we dial based on what the agent selects comes from this main pane. We only dial numbers from this main pane, and those are the home, cell, and work phone. So since only the home phone field is populated, I could say, well, he gave me his cell phone number, so I could enter that and save this information, and then that will give me the choice to actually call that number back. So let's go ahead and do that now. The agent has heard a ding ding and the phone number is being dialed, and the agent can hear it dialing. And as you see, the call control buttons are now highlighted in colored, which means the phone is ringing, and if the prospect answers the phone, the agent will hear and they will be in a call together. Now, they can have their conversation. Once the prospect hangs up, the agent must still hang up as is normal with auto dialing. So they can hang up again here and redisposition. They can redisposition to another callback or any of the other dispositions. And in this example, I'm going to say they requested some information or they asked me to send them an email. So I'm going to say they asked me to send an email, and I'm going to do that. And this will remove this callback from the callback section. It is now going to change its status to sent email. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to put myself on pause and then click submit. Now once I've done that, I'm on pause, as it says here, dialer on pause, and I can go ahead and close this lead, save any changes that I have, go back and look at my other callbacks that I have scheduled to remind me, and we can pull those up. And here we have 2 more. Now I can do the same thing that I did on the other ones. I can pick one, click on it, get this warning that I'm about to enter it and that I want to save any previous leads, changes to leads I had. Same thing. I want to point out that we don't necessarily have to call them back. Let's say they called us or we spoke to them in some other manner. They communicated us by email in return. And I want to change this. I don't want this to be calendar as a callback reminder anymore. So I can say finish this lead as is shown here, because I can't hang up on the customer to produce the disposition window, but I can produce the disposition window by saying finish this lead. So I'm going to do that, and once I click finish the lead, I can now redisposition this. So in this example, the customer called up and said, he requested information to be sent by U.S. postage. So the United States Post Office is now going to send forward to him the brochure that we are sending out as an example. So I can pick that, select it, place myself on pause, click submit, and then I can close this lead if I choose to do so and move on. I could have put myself back in resume mode. I can now check my summary page. I can use my CRM tool. I can look at my session history, whatever the case may be that the agent needs to do at this time. So in this example, let's finish up with the callbacks that we have. We have one last one left, just so you get the hang of it. I'm going to bring up this callback again. Now I could call them back using this feature here, which is hover over call lead tab and then pick the number that is located in the main pane section. Again, we only call numbers that have been mapped out by your administrator in the main pane section. I can add comments, again, requested a callback type of a thing. I can now save these comments. They are now saved. When I finish this lead and redisposition, I can recalendar it again if I want by double clicking and saying, okay, they asked me to call on November the 5th after voting day. Here's those comments that followed over from down here. I can say, I can pick the day and time. They said call me at 9 a.m. So I'm going to do that, and this is going to give me a reminder at 8:45, 15 minutes prior to the time I set here. We're going to pop up a little green window. Now, unfortunately, I don't have that green window for you to see, but if you've been with me on other demonstrations, that was shown to you. And as you see, if I try to finish a lead there, or close the lead, I should say, it's going to tell me that I need to be on pause to do that. So place myself on pause. I'm going to close this lead. I'm going to say yes to save any changes. I can click on my callbacks feature located to the left-hand side here, and it's going to come up and give me the callbacks that I have. And in this case, I only have one callback. So now we won't see that little green pop-up reminder that I mentioned to you until the 5th of November, about 8:45. So that concludes this segment on how to calendar a callback and make a manual call to that prospect. Thank you for attending.